so clean, clean. Maxine, not the only one to take the whole world on. No one's ever won. Ooh, Maxine, case 1352, a red and green tattoo. Eyes cold steel blue. Who's that walking behind you? Who's that talking about you? Who's that walking with you, Maxine? Who's that walking behind you? Who's that talking about you? Who's that walking with you, Maxine?
G'day, you mob. What's going on? Hopefully you can't hear the noises over the back. They're incredibly loud this week, chipping wood instead of just chopping wood and moving wood. It's very, very, very rowdy. I don't actually even know if you can hear me. Can I be heard? We'll find out after I've said hello to everyone and no one hears me. James H, first again, 4 on the trot, lad. Well done. Big bucket of kudos out in the post to you, James. Alien World Airsoft. Scotty with the rapidly growing channel. Might get into that in a little while. Huawei, love you too. BJ, how the devil are you? Punchy Paints, hello there, Pam. Goodness me, so early in the piece and I've already got to do it. One moment. That would have been funny if I missed the mute button, but I didn't. Oh, where was I up to? Punchy, BJ, Huawei, James. Sky Dancer, hello there. All is quite adequate and decent. Thank you for asking. Who else have we got here? Paddy, how are you doing? Jerome spoke in class today. I don't think it'll stick. Genu, good evening to you. Paddy says that stream with Blacky and Sarah jamming was awesome. I don't know which one you're talking about. There was a few back in the day, Paddy. Cleaning out summer tubs, put a crayfish out 3 months ago at 1/2 inch. Dude, he's 5 inches now. He obviously had a lovely, healthy summer outside there. Jerome, me. Yeah, just about eating size indeed. Genu lurking because it's late. P&W, how are you? Maxine has an early KMFDM. Wow, I haven't heard KMFDM for a while. What was their big charty hit that made them known? It wasn't the... Oh, no, that was KLF, wasn't it? KLF is going to rock you, or something like that. GRB, g'day, mate. How's it going on the West? 2 Dougs, g'day, mate. 5x5. What's that mean? Audio visual good, thank you, GRB. I'm not sure how good the visual is. Crikey, I think I'm nearly getting to the bottom of this chat. Thank you, Sky. Two shark adv. I don't know what that is. Is that a type of fish tank? Or is it a type of shark? G'day, Chewy. How's it going, mate? Welcome. More music streams will be cool. Well, I would have to get off my butt and actually be motivated to do stuff, wouldn't I? But it's lovely to hear that you like that stuff. Maybe that's all the incentive I need to start picking up guitars again. No promises. I'd say that with lots of things that I'm going to do stuff. Just ask GRB. Still got stuff they got to send over to him. Huawei counting the crikeys. That one's not included because it was me citing you. G'day, George. How's it going? Welcome. Filters. Righto. Gotcha. $105 today. Happy birthday on the other side, Chewy's dad. Mickham, g'day, mate. How's it going? The decisions, Mickham. Go to a meeting tired or go to a meeting with not much sleep anyway, because you're not going to get much as it is it? There's always the replay. Bit of housekeeping. Corvus won't be here today because he is wandering in the wilderness. Sent me some lovely looking photos before. Glorious weather by the look of it to be out in the mountains, wandering about aimlessly. Although knowing Corvus, I would say he's going direct to somewhere and wandering about there and then direct back. He'll have a plan. He doesn't go in without plans. G'day, Vanoxky. How do you do? I hope you're well. Yeah, I suppose without a co-host, I should have prepared something to talk about. What can I talk about? Oh yeah, lots of snakes. Big snakes at the moment. It's great. I know I told this story on Punchy's stream Saturday night, American time. But yeah, I've sent Shanna a link. I'm not sure if she's coming or not. She hasn't responded as yet. She might have to comb her hair and freshen up. We'll see. I did tell a story. That's not Paddy. Story on Pam's stream the other night about a carpet snake that my son brought up. Was probably 3 meters-ish long, probably just under 3 meters. But it had the girth of a much bigger snake. It was real chunk, real chunk. And then my one that hangs out on the back of my outside my bathroom window was laying out there this morning when I got out the shower, and it's got this massive lump in its belly too, which, pardon me, looks much bigger than a rat. So hopefully it got a possum or something. Those dastardly possums. Yeah, too big for a rat. Big snakes though. Haven't seen any dangerous ones yet. Just a few carpet pythons around. They're getting around, looking for someone to rumpty with more than anything at the moment. New local Austin, how do you do? Anyone ever kept fire walking frogs? Only because I'm a girthy lad myself, you know. Girthy here and girthy round the middle. Not so much in the legs, surprisingly, from pushing. Maybe that's why I carrying all this weight around all their lives. They're, toned and muscular. Probably not so muscular. Oh, yeah, good calves. Good calves. G'day, Kat. Mackenzie. Sorry for the comma in the middle of your name. I had a bit of gear in the back of my throat, which was preventing me from finishing your name in one breath. George might go live in a couple of hours. Yeah, well, I don't think I'll do a really big show today. If there's only going to be me on, that'll get real boring real quick when I don't have anything to talk about. I've got my little jumping spider, mate, who's been hanging around this little area for a few days. He's exciting. Must be getting enough bugs off my table and from the plants over the table. Because everyone knows you should have plants on your workstation. It's true. It's true. One thing I had to do yesterday was book in for a doctor's appointment. I haven't had one of those for a real long time. But I got this feral thing on the side of my head here. I can't turn my head good enough to show it, but yeah, it's I've got another one up here somewhere too that they both let some blood out when I've scratched at them. This Cat Mackenzie is a turkey soda, but it is. There's no bird in it except for the turkey bird, the liquid turkey bird, wild turkey and soda water. Huawei, absolutely correct. I do stay away from the cola beverages these days, primarily due to not so much the sugar, because I was drinking the Coke Zero Sugar, or No Sugar, I think it's called now, isn't it? What is down here. But yeah, the biggest problem was the caffeine. The buddy wouldn't get any sleep at night, and if I did get sleep, it'd be very restless, fitful sleep. One sec. I'll just send this lad a message. If I can type, if I remember how to spell words. So slack with my preparations. Enhanced with the delicate flavour of Fireball. Oh, look out. My little jumping spider has climbed onto the computer. Fingers crossed he walks over the camera. He's getting close to the camera. So exciting. Oh, now he knows I'm talking about him. He's turned the other way. I'll try and ignore him. The delicate flavour of Fireball. Not that delicate, is it? But, I appreciate the sarcasm. '60th anniversary of the death of Marilyn Monroe. At least I know. No, that sentence won't make sense at all. Always miss the camera by mere millimeters. It's back here, dude. It's back here. Good. Come on, jump on. You know you want to. It's just so cool when jumping spiders jump. Come on. You know it's the best place to be. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah, you know you want it. Nah, doesn't want it today. Big Tank Hank. How are you, mate? Long time no see. With the bop and the pop and the hippity hop. My Sugar Hill Gang references are slim. Few and far between, and I don't even think that was an accurate one. You just drink it, Pam. A little bit of extra protein with your Fireball. Yes, Mickham. lots of people get it, and generally, if that's what I'm looking at, because generally if a mole bleeds, 9 times out of 11, it's probably malignant or cancerous. And yeah, it's a little bit concerning having blood coming out of both sides of my head. But the bloody things get itchy, don't they? And I'm not always 100% focused on not scratching the big moles on my head. But yeah, I've booked in for an entire skin check. So I'm fairly certain that's where they get you nude and go over every inch of your skin to, even behind your toes, between your toes, under your balls, in between your thighs, all of those crooks and crevices where you might get stuff. I don't think I've ever had cause for an entirely nude doctor's examination. But, I'll probably be more comfortable than him. Thanks, Kat. I generally have a fairly positive outlook on things. And I only noticed it at the weekend. So that's probably another bad sign, is that it's pretty large. Maybe the size of a 5-cent coin in Australia, but that doesn't mean anything to you. No, I haven't had that either. Well, I wouldn't consider that a problem, for the benefit of health. Plus, butt stuff. Oh. Yeah, I remember back in the 90s maybe, or the late 80s, John Bon Jovi claimed responsibility for the hole in the ozone layer for the inordinate amount of hairspray that he used to use. Any publicity is good publicity, I guess. They probably needed to sell some extra records to the people who weren't environmentalists. Yeah, Bon Jovi. It's my life. I spray my head with hairspray 14 or 17 times a day. I'm so going to get copyrighted for that. Oh, strife. I'll take it. That's a no. There we go. Penny. Probably, I think a 5-cent coin's a bit bigger than a penny, isn't it? But it's probably, it's not a perfect circle. It seems to have 2 separate lumpy sections. I can't even find this one up here, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe when trudging through the bush the other week, maybe I just injured myself. Oh, his name was John Such, or Suck, S-U-C-H, I believe, Chewy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know why that's in my memory. For some stupid reason, I remember lots of band names. So I jump on and then jump straight off. Where's the fun in that, mate? Where is the fun in that? Look how huge he is. Massive. Certainly not one of the incredibly colourful ones that we get. Not like the peacock jumping spiders. If you haven't looked at pictures of peacock jumping spiders, by crikey, they're pretty. Oh, that one counts. Oh, did they say what took him, Chewy? Well, he wouldn't have been old age, would it? I'm not sure if he was one of the heavy partying members of the band. I'm not sure if they even were a heavy partying band. I got words. Oh, dear. Yeah. And that's pretty much full grown for that type. Oh, he's looking at my turkey soda. He wants to jump on my turkey soda. I should have a camera on him. That'd be more entertaining than this waffle I'm going on with. G'day, Vince. How's it going? Yeah, there's certainly a prolific spider around the world. Many different versions. And whether that's convergent evolution or not, I don't know. Maybe it's just a very successful model. And when you're a successful model, new stuff grow on that. Oh, San Francisco gets a lot of jumpers. Oh, off the bridge, maybe? Is that what you mean, Pam? Off the GG bridge, maybe? I thought you were just being a naturalist, but I'm assuming that was the joke, and I sincerely apologise for missing the humour. And still missing the humour if that wasn't the reason. Did he? He did, didn't he? He did produce Slippery When Wet. Yeah. That was actually potentially one of the first records I bought on vinyl when I graduated from only having a cassette deck to having a record player as well. I think it really might have been, actually. Track 1, Bad Medicine, I think. Yeah, I think the album just kicked straight into Bad Medicine, which, what a good rock song. Maybe even a pop song. That song had everything, though. But yeah, hasn't he, Jay, hasn't it come out that he's a bit of a nefarious dude, a bit of an asshole, rorts people on contracts and stuff like that? Now he's looking at my face. He wants to jump on my face. Yeah, didn't he? Anyway, there's a story in there somewhere about John Bon Jovi being not such a nice gentleman. But, someone will have to Google it. I'd just rather live my life on hearsay. Other people's nonsense stories and stuff. This car just pulled up in the driveway. Could mean only one of 19 things. There he goes up the screen. Now he's got more chance to get on the camera. He's already been on the camera, hasn't he? He's going the wrong way. Maybe if I go like this, spook him. And off he ran. And off he run. I could call him Incy Wincy. He's only small. Anyway, crikey. Yeah, but when I was a kid, all I had was a tape player in my room, and the old record player out in the lounge room. I didn't buy records to play on that, because even though the speakers were monster big wooden boxes, they had like these tiny little speakers in the middle of it that were a little bit dicey. But yeah, there was always some fun old records in the folks collection, and I suppose some of them might have belonged to my sisters as well. I still got the original War of the Worlds soundtrack on vinyl, and it's still got a plastic cover around the outside, so it's in a real good condition. I suppose not the original soundtrack for War of the Worlds, but the one from the 70s. Oh, Mickham. That sounds like a moonshine with a piece of raw sausage in it. I'd probably have a crack at that, I reckon. It is Swedish moonshine the same as American moonshine, just home distilled alcohol on whatever you can get your hands on? be it corn or potatoes or rye or anything else. Hello there. I didn't say that right. I'm supposed to say hello there. Ston, are you going to come and take a seat? If I get socks out of the way. I came prepared today and I bought socks to put on when my ankles get cold. I'll just do that then. That's Sarah's incredibly energetic hello for everybody. Same moonshine, right? Because everyone wants to brew moonshine, eh, Mickham? Huawei says hi. Kat McKenzie says hi. Punchy says hi. She also says that she misses you on her art streams, or she said that, something like that. I'm sorry for putting words in your mouth, Pam, but it was words to that effect on Sunday.
I've been wanting to come, and I do intend to come. I very much hope I will be settled soon, and then I will be able to.
Sky Dancer also says hi, and James and GRB also say hi. That's probably the best comparison to make, Vince. Just speak gibberish in a different language afterwards. This really should be the Jumping Spider show today. He's the most entertaining thing about it. And I've got stuff right going around my screen. I think he's on the back of the screen at the moment. He's only one of the tiny little ones, but he's been hung out here for about 4 days now. Doesn't go far.
There's been a spider at work living on the lamp, and it's one of those ones where it hides itself to look like just a little stick.
Four legs forwards, 4 legs backwards.
But it's been there for months. And I don't think there's very much bug life in there. But it seems to be something on.
How did you go with your python the other day? Just went on its way?
Yeah.
Did I send you pics of the one from Josh the other night?
Yeah, and videos and stuff. But yeah, I don't really interfere with them. I just let them do what they're doing, try and get a look at them.
Yeah, that was wild, the one of Josh's that he brought up, because it was, probably 2.5 meters long, but it was chunkier and thicker than the 3 meter one that we relocated 2 years ago, I think it was. And its head was easily just as big, it was like this big, the head on it, possibly the biggest head I've ever seen on a carpet. It's wild. Sarah's shadow is in the fish tank, yeah. But she's in the 31M 3LM. That's an interesting typo. I don't know how you get there. I just move that and I go looking for it straight away. Yeah, it's a handy device to have. I've got a reflective fridge and a reflective fish tank and a reflective door, so no one can sneak up on me unless I have too many turkey sodas and I become nonchalant. A thumbs up for the spider and my physician, Dr. Black. Thanks, PNW. It's one of those ones where it's actually quicker, maybe just as many syllables to say the full words instead of the letters. Pacific Northwest. Pacific is 3, isn't it? 5. P and W. Yeah, it's the same. We'll just stick with P and W.
W is not a very good letter to say.
No. It's funny that the most common one with W is www, and it's much quicker just to say World Wide Web. Crazy humans. That's, let's make that a segment. Acronyms that take longer to say than the actual words. Go. Or if you find any in the near future, email them in to that email address or phone moneyspider.com. That's not actually a phone number. No, Mickham, she's not. She's smoking a cigarette, which inspired me to also smoke a cigarette. She's such a bad influence. But you have just come from drawing, have you not? How was today's session?
The model was really boring. She was had nice figure and everything and was very beautiful. But she just stood there. And then she stood there. And then that was changed. And then she stood there.
As in she wasn't emotive in her face or in her whole body?
Her whole energy, she was closed. She was I'm standing here and I don't know what to do.
Maybe that was to challenge the artist's perspective or some nonsense like that. Or she was just a shit brain.
Especially because I was there the other day when she came to see about modelling. And Ron was saying to her that, that's really important to have expressive poses and how he doesn't want to have to direct the model. He just wants them to do their thing and telling her all this stuff. And then, it was for the first things he let her, and then he was trying to go try, getting some more energy. So then she did this boxy pose. And then she did that one a few times. But and then he was trying to get her to do things. Try this. He was giving her props and stuff to.
So it wasn't just you feeling that lack of energy.
No.
Can you people hear Sarah at all through this microphone? No, she's not a very loud talker, but I'm also talking quite softly, so fingers crossed the auto level control nonsense is doing its jobs, if it is such a thing. Sorry. Just getting turned down left, right and centre. Thought everyone would be keen for a chat when Corvus wasn't here. All right, good day. Thanks again, guys, for your input. You are being heard. I was a little bit worried that I'd have to repeat everything you were saying.
I'm trying to not be completely shushy.
Just turn it up a bit, Huawei. As long as you can decipher the words that she's saying so I don't have to repeat them all, that's acceptable. Oh, that was a beauty. Yeah. All right, there's another one. How ironic that we spoke about doctor's appointments and the Z-beam is in a doctor's appointment. You want to look at this thing and tell me what you think of it? I might have to come around this side though, because it's on this side of my head.
That's really weird. Because it is. It's fully like moldy. It's like a whole patch. And it's raised.
But it's like it wouldn't be an injury from a stick or something. Doesn't look like a graze.
Not really, because it's kind of raised up. It's got like a blackhead in it.
Yeah, because I scratched at it and made it bleed the other day. I had blood coming out of both sides of my head at the same time. It made my grey hair look pretty. My white hair, I mean. White hair. Oh, do you want me to send you some, BJ? I got 45 pairs here that don't get used. Parasite, yeah, maybe I've got a botfly larva in my head. Yeah, no, I have a strange feeling it'll be something that they'll want to chop out straight away. The funny thing was that when I booked my appointment, I'm the lady who took my call, and I said, I need to book an appointment. I've got some lumps that I'm quite concerned about. So I thought I'd book in for a skin check. And she's like, oh, all right, when would you like to come in? And I said, oh, as early as possible, thinking that, you know, they'd make me an appointment for that afternoon or Thursday or Friday. The earliest I could get in was Monday morning. So fingers crossed it doesn't spread to my brain by then. Yeah, maybe that's what it is, GRB. Maybe I've got some subdermal horns that are trying to break through. They're not quite balanced though, but you know, what kind of devil wants perfect horns? Perfectly symmetrical horns? No thanks. I want one out here too. So then people could call me Hornhead. Or something else similar. I don't know, depending on what shape the horn was. You don't know if we get crazy parasites down here like that, do we? I had another weird one that showed up was down here, and I thought that might have been something weird, but because it had like a circle scab around it, but that was probably just for me rubbing at it with my heel while I was sat down. I think that one was a scrape while wandering through the bush that I irritated, because I do scratch with my heel when I'm sat down, and I've got quite rough heels. Pardon me. 100-year-old school. Mickham's favourite job. I know, only job that made me wake up happy and early. For 2 years, helped a drawing teacher in his classroom / studio. Slash. Nice art and coffee mornings in a roof apartment with large sky windows and a 100-year-old school. What town was that in, Mickham? Stockholm? No, Munich, Switzerland, isn't it? Bloody hell. Stockholm's the only one I've got from Sweden. Laredo? Laramie? Sweden. Yeah, I've got nothing. It is Stockholm. Lucky for me and my guesswork. I kind of like that theory too, Vince. My brain is so massive and awesome, filled with knowledge. It's trying to escape my skull. Potentially that could be accurate. Oh yeah, Munich's Germany, isn't it? south of Cologne. More reflections in the fish tank. No one's sneaking up on anyone today. How are you, mate?
All
right. Hey, Parts here visiting too. Oops. That's chaos when you have to move the whole computer. Now I've... Huh? He doesn't reach the shadow, the reflection though. G'day, Clarence C23. How are you, mate? Good to see you as always. Oh, then the clouds roll in, so my face is going to change many times while the light changes. Hopefully it won't be glowing orange like it was just before. G'day, Andy. How's it going? Besides maintaining aquariums. So, who's been watching telly and stuff? Seen any good telly lately?
I haven't. I'm watching Doctor Who with Soren, and then I got to the ones I hadn't seen, which are with the new female doctor. And I can't watch it without just wanting to criticise it the whole time. So, yeah. I've started to redo Game of Thrones on my phone while he's watching that. And I kind of like pretend to watch a little bit, but I've got my own show in my headphones.
He probably doesn't mind as long as you're there accompanying.
Yeah.
I like Matt Smith's character in House of the Dragon better than his Doctor Who. But some people say it. He was their favourite Doctor Who.
It was alright. I like David Tennant.
Yeah, I think I saw some of his shows, but I've never been a huge Doctor Who fan.
I have. To watch it when I was a little person.
You know, my first exposure to Doctor Who was John Pertwee, was it? When it was still black and white, and then Tom Baker came along. C23 says hi too. Have I placed my order with Aquarium Co-op? That would imply that I'm still caring for my aquariums, CT3. I'm very slack with my aquariums lately. There we go. Huawei says Matt Smith was the best besides David Tennant. Arr, it's Caleb. How are you, lad? Good to see you. Yeah, I've got to, because of the dramas I'm having with this tank behind me, I've got to actually put some work in and get my 3x2 back up and running so I can move all of the fish out of here into that one while I do a big overhaul on this one. You see my school of fish in there now? Oh, it's not very easy to see in there with the light off, is it? Yeah, I got some gambusia out of the creek. Better than nothing. So yeah, I've got to actually wake up one morning and feel motivated to get into cleaning up, because those two tanks around the corner have been out of action for about 18 months now since one of my homemade filters burst at seams and overflowed and threw out the power. So I've got a lot of equipment to throw out off that one and start again, but to clean 2 big tanks just seems so daunting. Yeah, that Ozark was very good. We finished that, didn't we? Yeah, that was a good show.
I always just leave it on such a cliffhanger.
That's exactly what. Oh no, I was going to say Vince said that, but he said he's up to episode 6, but I heard episode 7 is a blockbuster. And yeah, I seem to recall that it was. Oh, Huawei. Vince said no spoilers. Damn, Huawei. That's cruel. Huawei says in episode 7 of Ozark that everybody was dead and it was all a dream. I think Vince is made of brainier stuff than to fall for that kind of shenanigan. I was just saying to Brett on Monday night that I should I've got to start writing down on my whiteboard here what shows I'm watching so I can actually remember what I'm watching. Because I'm being stupid at the moment and I'm doing like 4 or 5 shows at once. But I've forced myself to leave the Lord of the Rings one alone at the moment because there's enough shows that I'm doing week by week at the moment that I'm going to wait for Lord of the Rings so I can, watch 2 or 3 episodes at a time. I'll wait till it gets to about 6 or 7 eps before I have a crack at it.
I like them all being there. That's why I thought I watched through the other Game of Thrones ones before I go to the new stuff that's coming out, even nuts.
Yeah, I did Stranger Things, Clarence. Quite enjoyable. And then, God, I'm so slack with remembering what shows I'm up into that last night I think I had Netflix and Prime and Disney and Binge all open, scrolling through them, trying to remember where I was up to. And then, yeah, I think I just went back and watched Comedy Bang Bang instead because I've got access to Comedy Bang Bang TV show now. And, yeah, that seems to be my go-to and it makes me forget all of the other shows that I'm watching. But, yeah, I'm struggling to even remember what I've finished. So I'm not going to try and remember anymore. Yeah, I think what I said to Brett the other night, BJ, was that, the movies are all so long anyway, so it's not like it's going to be a stretch watching 2 or 3 episodes per day or per sitting, per binge episode. My ears just popped and now my right one's ringing. That was fun. Might be a storm coming. It probably is. That's what usually happens. We also have, crikey, there's some Star Wars content coming out in about 10 days' time. The Andor series starts. I better get some watching out the way before that starts, and then not long after that there's the animated what's it called, Tales of the Jedi, I think, and then Bad Batch season 2 in December maybe. I can't remember if I started watching Skinwalker Ranch or not. What was I think you missed one, Huawei, if I just said it then. Do you know the Skinwalker Ranch one? Because skinwalkers are they're a Native American creature, aren't they? Or something that can get around in other forms. Missed. You better move it now so I don't step on it. I don't want that in my foot. It's more about UFOs, is it? Maybe the Native American concept comes from alien creatures coming in. Yeah, way to rescue it, drown it instead. Well, lucky BJ, she'll have Andor in less than 2 weeks, and then Tales of the Jedi not long after. Crikey, that's a big knot. Huh?
Jeez, that's getting old.
And floofy. That's why I had to tie it down today. It was very floof. Because it's windy and dry. That makes my hair fluffy. Grady. What streaming platform is Skinwalker Ranch on? Is it Netflix? I think I've seen it. Netflix or somewhere. Archer. I've been watching Archer, season 12. I said I wouldn't try and remember the shows anymore, but here I am still racking my brains. And the History Channel. Oh, I've got access to that, don't I? Through Binge. You can watch the History Channel, but you've got to watch it live. Have to find out. Get a TV guide for them. And watch an episode or two. Yeah, Andor's going to be really cool. A preview or trailer looks good. It's a different approach for the Star Wars universe as well. Gritty detective style show. Righto, toodaloo. Got a jumper and a hoodie on. Wild. Very weird shit goes on at the ranch. Righto. We likes a bit of weird shit. History Channel though, that's isn't that where Vikings started as well on the History Channel? I believe so. Yeah. But yeah, I think once it got a little bit of critical acclaim and a considerably large viewership, then I think Netflix bought it out. It's on Netflix, isn't it? Or is it on Prime? Anyway. Yeah. I didn't think there's a tornado outside. Aren't you already outside, Corvus? Or are you walled in because there's a tornado coming? Stepping back. Cheers, Mickham. Sleep well. Have a good meeting in the morning. And if you get the chance, send me a picture of one of these. Bloody hell, I can't even remember what you called it. That drink with the raw sausage in it. I want to see this. A tornado outside. You're in a caravan, right? No, don't seek cover. Run out and dance in it. Dance like there's no one watching. Or is the tornado the caravan? Right. Sustained heavy winds. That's pretty boring, but we've got sustained zephyrs. They come and go, but it's not too big. I'm gonna have to go back through the chat and find out what that drink was called, so I can Google it myself. That's probably a quicker way than waiting for an email to come. Oh, crikey, how long ago was that? Payala Sunrise. I'm going to Google it. Fair enough. That picture doesn't make it look too entertaining. I don't know. Is it raw sausage meat or is it like a chunk of Devon or lunch meat? Or what's the other one? What do the Americans call it? Bologna. Bologna. I thought I suppose you're still in a position. Oh, no one can see what I'm looking at. That seems quite silly. It's like a big round chunk of lunch meat, like a wedge of lemon, a ring of lemon jammed on the side of a glass, and then a couple of shots of moonshine in the bottom of the glass. So I assume you swizzle your chunk of meat around in the moonshine and eat it. I'd have a crack at that. Bit of tomato sauce to make it a little bit like a Bloody Mary with some bacon. Have you heard of all these different versions of the Bloody Mary? Like I saw this one the other day that was served in a jug, and it had a full roast chicken in the top of the jug, and then it had rashers of bacon wrapped all around the chicken and some celery sticks, the usual stuff that you get in a Bloody Mary. And I think it had straws as well, so that you could actually get to the liquid below the chook. Imagine all those chook juices dribbling down into the... But apparently that's been the go with Bloody Marys for a little while now, is different kinds of meat in them and different kinds of fruit and veg as well.
I've never had a Bloody Mary, but I often feel drawn to having one.
I don't know if I've ever had one either. It's pretty much just vodka and tomato juice and a bit of Tabasco, isn't it?
Yeah. But that doesn't sound
And your
too
stick
bad.
of celery. It'd be, a one way to get me to eat some celery. I'd probably not like that bit anyway.
Just use it to stir the drink and then leave it at the end.
Yeah. I see what you did there, BJ. Sustained heavy winds equals Joel farting off stream. Vince says, I might be different than most, but I don't really need a 3-course meal served with my cocktail. I'm going to see if I can find a picture of that Bloody Mary with the chook on top of it. Helps if you go to images. Oh, wow. How many different versions of this thing are there? Don't know about the ones with the bacon just laying atop the glass. I might have to share the screen so we can all enjoy the many different versions of Bloody Marys. This one, share. Flick back over here. How's that one going? Pizza and some fried chicken. Looks like some onion rings, some pickles, a sandwich, a full sandwich, toothpicked on as well. You got some eating to do there before you actually get into your drink. Oh, no, the olives are in someone else's Bloody Mary in the background.
Too uneven of a food to alcohol ratio.
Yeah. Unless you've got like 7 shots of vodka in your tomato juice. Oh, look out. No one's drinking them anymore. Oh, Bloody Mary. Of course, a picture of Bloody Mary comes up as in Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Luckily, I didn't say it into a mirror. I think that's the go with Bloody Mary, isn't it? You're supposed to say it into a mirror. Now I got to try and remember where I saw the bloody chook one, because that was quite impressive. A full cooked chook in the top of a jug. So I would assume with a full chook it'd be
impressive is the right.
Serves 4 or 5, no doubt. It's just people getting adventurous and daring.
People trying to make the most ridiculous thing they can for the sake of it, I think.
I think if there's anything we've learned from hipsters, it's that. Oh, I thought that was my drink. Boom, boom. Yeah, as ridiculous as you can make it, it might become cool. Thanks, hipsters. Proper 12 Bloody Mary. I've heard that Proper 12's actually quite a poor whiskey, but I've not tried it, so I'm not going to cast aspersions without actually knowing it myself.
No, just do that.
Sure can. Anyway, I think I've exhausted my Bloody Mary stuff. I'll just leave that there in case. Oh, crikey. Yeah. Yes, it's right down under there, isn't it? In that pizza one, I assume. Yeah, I think bacon was the first thing that they started using, and it was probably because, there's more people that prefer bacon to celery even. And it's still, if you cook it hard enough, it's still good enough to stir that tomato juice in.
Well, I can see how having a little nibble of crispy bacon and a drink would work.
Just basically bacon and tomato sauce, isn't it? G'day, Gaffer. How are you, mate? How many Bloody Marys a week do you drink, Gaffer? Everything is better with bacon. Yeah, I mean, my digestive tract doesn't react very well to pig meat, but I can't turn down bacon or a nice pork chop or roast pork with crackling. Oh, it's worth the after effects. Most definitely. Bacon makes the world go round. All right, I've run out of shit to talk about. Who else has got something to talk about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Instead of trying to find something to talk about, would everyone like to have a look at some drawings that were done this day? Although she has to go and get them out of the car, so, let's talk about something, baby. Yeah, that's kind of questionable, isn't it? What are you going to do? You're not exactly going to stir your Bloody Mary with a pizza, but, sort of negates the effect of a Bloody Mary, like I said, unless it's an incredibly strong one. That all that food going in, you're hardly going to get drunk. Oh, I guess Bloody Marys are often used as a hangover cure, aren't they? You put salt in a Bloody Mary too? I think I'd tend to put salt in. Maybe that's where the bacon came in. A salt injection. Sorry if you're offended by smoking, but this is my stream, not yours. I think you all know that by now. Shall I turn it a bit so you can show stuff easier?
Try this one. You better at it than me.
Wait, since when have you got a young'un at home these days? Gaffer, hey? What's going on there? You been birthing kids? Or grandchilding?
You have to like be full time.
Oh, my shirt apparently shipped yesterday or the day before too. What was the link you sent me for that? That was threadless, wasn't it? Hey GRB, can you please find Sarah's link for threadless? Because I got Sarah to put up a new design on threadless the other day that I definitely wanted to buy, so I bought one, and I think other people might really enjoy that shirt as well. It wasn't this, but it's got some similar stuff to this line work in the arm and the head. Righto, Gaff. Yeah, especially at that age, you don't want to be a bad influence by being maggot all the time, isn't it? Pardon me. That's quite nice. Nice boobs. Way cool, cat. You might want to jump on the... There we go. Thanks, Huawei. Oh, that's right. I forgot you were a link master as well. There's, what do you got? Four different pieces listed on that site.
Yeah, there's only a couple in there.
A little bit of burn doesn't go far. Doesn't go astray. That's the word I was after. Gaffer, you might want to try some hotter sauce than Tabasco. Tabasco is pretty mild as far as hot sauce goes. Almost xenomorphy head. That's pretty nifty. If I can frame it correctly. Loads of ale. Loads of shaky hands. Very cool. That's pretty nifty too. Nice to have a little bit of skull action.
Same, but not the same.
Certainly that that I'm only on 720p resolution or whatever it's called, so they don't exactly look as great as they do in the flesh. Oh, be it marked flesh. Work makes flesh. These are brilliant, says Gaffer. Thanks, Gaff. PNW never turns down some skull action. Wait, this is a double, isn't it? I'm only showing one at a time. No, I'm not even seeing. That way, go that way. As you can see, the wind has just picked up considerably. Huawei says, thanks for giving my sleep paralysis demon a face. Oh, This might be your sleep paralysis demon, Huawei. It's very cool. I'll try and do this one in stages as well. Puppy. More skulls. Oops, that way. One would assume that I've got my left and right worked out on streaming after all of these years.
So now I write this one because I think that was my first scribble page.
You think these were your first ones, did you say?
Yeah.
Get some scribbling out the system.
Loosener. And the rest of these
A loosener.
Loosen up.
Ah, all right. I thought you said a loosener. I was going to say that's a cricket term. And you don't do sports and
These ones are the last week ones.
so check out Scunch Princess on Instagram if you haven't already followed that page, channel. What do they call them on Instagram? Page.
That one's your shirt one.
Yeah, give us a. I'll show them. And hopefully within a couple of weeks, I'll be able to wear the shirt on stream. This is the one that I got on the shirt, but it was negative, wasn't it? So it'd look better on a black shirt. Yeah, it is. It is so much PNW. Very underrated skill. Takes years of practice to get it right, and even then, rarely getting it right. So I'm going to have that one on a shirt soon, and you too can have it on a shirt, just like me. I must say it was quite reasonably priced as well. Did you price it so you made no money out of it at all, or you will make some money?
Oh, no, I don't make money out of them. I think I get like $1 for each shirt, but I think they've got a thing where you have to earn like $20 or something before
You get a payout.
you get any money. So
Makes
it's
sense. You wouldn't want to be
But
claiming a buck or two here and there anyway.
I don't fiddle with their prices or anything.
Thanks, GRB and Huawei. But yeah, I think when I bought it the other night, they had a sale on as well. So I think it was like 14 or 15 bucks for the shirt, and then another 12 or 13 for shipping, which was, I'm assuming it comes out of the States.
Yeah, I think they do.
Crikey, about the 11th time I've lit this cigarette. Sounds like the fellas are back from lunch because all the machines have turned back on. I didn't hear his beeps though. He's been doing these series of beeps, which I've been assuming are to tell the workers that Smoko's over. He'll beep 3 times and then twice, and that's like Smoko's over. That's what I've been assuming. Unless it's like a warning beep or something. So there we go. That's the artwork from today and one from last week. What else do you need? You know, what else can we talk about? Are we done here? Hang on, we might be. Sorry. Shanna has just told me she's down with a mad headache, so we'll let her sleep or sleep it off or drug herself up instead of hassling her to come on. I forgot nothing else to talk about. Oh yeah, thanks Huawei. Good job. I don't know if Scotty's still here or not, but he's for some strange reason, airsoft guns are a popular subject to talk about on YouTube. And Alien World Airsoft, he sent me a message only a few days ago, showing me that his channel had 666 subscribers. Because, you know, that's a fun number. Oh, dear. This part of my stomach just came up into my throat. And he sent me another one today. Where is that? 800 and something? Where was it? 872 in the matter of days, an extra 200 and some. It'd be rad to get Scotty's channel up, even if you're not interested in airsoft guns. So if you haven't already, maybe go over to the link that Huawei has provided and sling him a sub. Or if you know someone who's into airsoft guns, you know, let them know. It's good fun. Some of the stuff or most of the stuff he does looks like great fun in his backyard, taking out targets and things suggested by certain viewers and whatnot. Even though I think I've still got to see one of the ones that I suggested. I don't want to light that again, so I'll just get rid of it. That's the most excitement on this show today, was how many times I lit the one cigarette. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about Scotty's channel. I was going to get him up to tell us about his channel, but that's not going to happen today. But we might organise something in the near future to get Scotty on screen. Certain states, like they are legal in Queensland, Gaffer. I know. I'm not sure about any other states. I know they're illegal in New South Wales and potentially a lot of other states as well. But I know for a fact that people in Queensland can get them and, you know, carry them across the border into New South Wales and supply them to other people. I'm not one of those people that's been supplied with one. I'm not that necessarily excited about firearms, but I can appreciate the fun that you can have with them, especially if you're really cranky at someone. But yeah, I certainly know of people who have received firearms. Well, they're not really firearms, are they? Airsoft weaponry. Crikey, they're not really weaponry either. Simulated weaponry. Wow, I think the guns are illegal in Australia, so you just have to throw the plastic pellets at each other. Yeah, I believe that's the same in New South Wales, but they are often very handy for rural folks to have if they've got problems with rodents and whatnot, or birds, pest birds. I know a certain fella who got a certain other fella in Queensland to get him one. to deal with pest birds getting into his veggie garden and other crops and whatnot. It's like a air rifle, an compressed air sort of gun that fires plastic pellets instead of little lead pellets. I believe that's the best way to describe it.
And they're different to the gel ones.
I think they run on the same concept. I think gel blasters are pretty much the same weapons as airsoft guns. I think they all run on compressed air, and the gel soft ones are still firing similar pellets, except they explode with the biodegradable substances that don't cause any problem for the environment. That's the Aussie spirit right there, Gaffer. Improvise. Make it up as you go along. Yeah, pretty much exactly that, Vince. I've still got an old air rifle out in the shed, but it drastically needs a service before it can be used again. It used to get a hell of a lot of use when I was a youngster, a teen. Yeah, it's weird, the difference. I guess the main difference is probably, Gaffer, that paintball guns don't really resemble an actual firearm, whereas all of the airsoft stuff seems to be heavily, replicas of other guns, of real guns. So that's probably where the difference comes from. You can't fool someone with a paintball gun. You can't go and rob a servo with a paintball gun, but you could probably fool someone into thinking you've got a real gun with an airsoft. But most toy guns in Australia are supposed to have the bright orange plastic thing on the end of it to make them look like toys. But I would imagine that that's probably not terribly difficult to remove if you want to go and rob some servos or 7-Elevens, if that's your bag. That's progressive of the gangs, Huawei, using paintball guns instead of real guns. Few less damages, deaths. Yeah, it's funny how compound bows and recurve bows are perfectly legal, but crossbows aren't. I think crossbows are heavily illegal in Australia as well. But yeah, I've had I was talking to a mate of mine the other day saying that he's been doing bow hunting for deer because we got feral deer around here now. I had no idea they were this close. I thought they were about 50 or 60 kilometres away, but it doesn't take them long to spread out, I guess. We don't have any native deer, but lots of feral ones apparently. So he's jumped on the bandwagon of bow hunting for deer. And fingers crossed he gets one soon so I can get myself some venison. That's nice, mate, if you like it. Some people say it's too gamey.
It's really rich.
Lots of flavour, I think. It'd be nice to have all of the street gangs and whatnot have a big conventional meeting and all just agree to use paintballs and clown shoes when they do, what do they call it? When you're bringing someone in initiation, yeah, they've got to use clown shoes when they're kicking the shit out of someone on an initiation. spongy foam clown shoes. That's what the gangs should be all about. Fun and games, not all of this violence and drug abuse. But, you know, that's for the future, when fun outweighs violence. Probably does now, but anyway, makes my point even solider. Getting jumped in, that's right, it is called that. Oh, even though I did just take a mouthful of drink, that made my mouth watery. Vince, venison meat chili, wouldn't it just be called venison chili? But anyway, yeah, I've probably only had it 2 or 3 times in my life, but I'm fairly certain that I've always enjoyed it. It's quite a long time since I've had it, though. Not regularly available, but one would assume if we've got all these ferals getting around, we should be able to duck to the butcher and get some. Yeah, it certainly sounds like a good time with less violence, isn't it?
I think there are some butchers where you can get it. I've seen it, and I'm trying to think what butchers I've seen.
I'm sure you could get it just by ordering in advance. But I know the last time I was over in Casino and I was talking to this pretty rough and ready dude in the smoking area out the back of the place we were at, and he was saying that because there's lots of them out around Casino, lots of feral deer. Casino's a town about 75 kilometres away from here, maybe a little bit more, and they've got heaps of feral deer, and that dude was telling me that it's readily available in the butcher there. I'm going to go and wrestle a crocodile and fill my drink up. And I'll talk to Sarah for a minute.
It's too awkward to mix it, so whatever. Oh, Vince, that's kind of put you on the spot. Not very nice. Take the big Thank
chair and
you.
interact, silly, though, he said. It's like,
Yeah, well, at least it's better fun.
he eased you into. Pardon me. Sad noise. What am I stuck on? Didn't you even read any of the chat while you were
I
there?
couldn't read it from over here, so I was. I just sit here and.
I found out something really cool the other day. As quite a few people would be well aware, I've done some serious complaining in the last few weeks about how Wild Turkey dropped their alcohol content from 43.4% to 40 point something. And then I only realized because I've been buying it off Amazon. And I was like, my last order was 4 bottles. And I think I got to the 3rd bottle before I realized that they were 43.4% ones. And so I went back on Amazon last night, and there's 2 different entries for the 700ml bottles. And one says 86.8 proof, and the other one doesn't say a proof on it. So I ordered 4 more of the 86 proof ones to see if they still come through as the 43s. And then I'll keep one sealed forever, just in case I can never get them again, even though I've got like 2.5 inches in the bottom of a litre bottle of the old one. I don't really have to keep that now because I can keep a full bottle sealed. Isn't everyone happy for that glorious news? Yeah, it won't take long, I would imagine, before Amazon runs out of that stock. So I suppose I should buy it all. That's probably exactly the noise that Huawei made when you turned the screen back away.
Which one?
He's got sad noise in quotes. Sad noise, Sarah. So I'm assuming you did that pretty much as soon as I walked away.
Sat here awkwardly for maybe a whole second. Felt like
4 minutes. All right, what else we got? Who's got a question? Any questions for me or Sarah? It's certainly I probably should do a theme. Oh no, winter will be over soon, won't it? There'll be no point. I was going to say I need a theme song for soccer clock because it gets to a certain time of the day, generally around 3 o'clock, but it's earlier today that my feet are really feeling the cold. And covered in birdseed because it's been so windy that I have birdseed everywhere. It's even in my bed, believe it or not, and all through my room because I do tend to leave the door open. I probably shouldn't at this time of year so I don't get snakes in my house. But yeah, my finches are very scatty, and every time they fly out of their seed dish, they blow birdseed all over the place. And so I've got this lovely carpet of bird seed husks all over the floor. Not so bad on these socks, but I think I did give them a couple of shakes today. Oh, Huawei, you're moving up in the world, mate. Getting all the good jobs. It's because you're good at it, mate. Vince, all right, I'll try and give you some closure. Vince needs closure on where the jumping spider is. Yeah, I've had one experience before where I've had a spider climb across my camera midstream. Now that'd be a radical challenge for someone to find that and work out when it was. No, that's a rip in a book.
no closure.
Huh?
No closure.
Yeah, I might not be able to provide you with your closure, Vince. That's not it, is it? No, that's a dead other bug. Well, bubbles look weird from that angle. Crikey. Yeah. Sorry, Vince. No can do. He might have finally left. G'day, Mark. How are you, buddy? Might be out, aren't he? Did you want him?
No, I was just kind of making him go away from the drink.
He's not going away from me.
I'm probably gonna go. I think.
Righto. I'm going to try and leave here soon because I've run out of things to talk about. Normally, if I've got a co-host, I can bounce off people, but g'day, Cody. How are you, mate? No co-host means we run out of stuff to do, but I do believe that George RB3, is it? Sorry, George, if I'm messing up your name. I think he was planning to go live. Might already be live. But yeah, like I said earlier, go and check out Alien World Airsoft. Try and get that kid to 1,000. He's already overtaken me, the cheeky bugger. But actually, I think he was doing YouTube before me, wasn't he? So thanks, Kat. Hopefully all will be good. Maybe, hopefully, next time you'll see me, I'll have this big gaping wound on the side of my head. Chicks dig scars, innit? Yeah. GRB asks, any plans to get the market stall going again?
At this point, I don't have any plans except for trying to find a house to live in. And once I do, then I will consider all of the next moves from there.
So yeah, I don't know how much of that you got, GRB, but Sarah's still looking for a new house to live in. She's been kicked out of her house for being super naughty. She also has a job now, which probably takes up enough of your time that you don't have spare time to plan for markets and whatnot. So yeah, like she said, I don't know if you heard or not, but once she gets a new house, then she can certainly consider markets and stuff again.
Once I'm settled, I've been thinking about, because I've got 2 jobs that I do, and I'm thinking about if I can do some more of the art things, like maybe markets, and get up the website so I can drop off my Friday work, and then I feel like that would be better than my week being like this.
Oh wow, that temp! Do you feel that? It just dropped like another 2 degrees. Bit of cloud, extra breeze. My nipples went super hard all of a sudden.
What I need to do is I need to organise the t-shirts and stuff if I'm going to do the markets. So I reckon I've got to
Yeah, box full of t-shirts.
Get
Good.
someone to print the shirts, and then that might be a good thing to work out around the markets to do.
Lol, Pam. Does that kid even do videos? I don't even know if I'm subscribed to his channel. Sorry, Huawei. Goodness. It seems like a incredibly remiss behaviour of myself. Let's have a look at that. Oops. Pardon me. Looks like I got some viewing to catch up on. Huawei, I deeply apologise for not being subscribed. I didn't even know you was doing stuff. And yeah, it doesn't look like George RB3 has a live up yet. He did say in about 2 hours when I started. So, if you know George, damn, I just closed it without even subbing to him. It wouldn't be fair if I didn't sub to George as well. All these channels that I just don't know exist. It's all right, I don't watch much YouTube anyway, as most of the fish fam knows. Wait, what have I done? Close that one. Go to that one. Right, there we go. He's live again. G'day, DD. How are you? Yeah, that's what keeps it going, Vince. Just the chat. But anyway, might call it quits here before the magnetism doesn't work anymore and people start fleeing before I finish. Yella. Is that? I noticed there's some interesting versions of Huawei's name coming through the chat. I like old Yella, even though you didn't put the old in there. But it's fun. It's fun to fiddle with other people's ideas. And sorry, DD, that you got here just as I'm closing out and going away. Because, I've run out of stuff to talk about. And if I keep rambling on with shit, I'll be drunk before it's 4 o'clock. And no one wants that. Plus, I do have to get a casserole in the slow cooker. Luckily, it was.
How long does it take to cook in the slow cooker?
It's already had a few hours yesterday, so. I woke up at I was supposed to, when I put Mum into bed last night, I was supposed to put it in the fridge, and I'd forgotten about it, and it was like 25 minutes past 4 this morning, and I've just woken up out of the blue and raced inside and popped it back in the fridge. But I have left one out overnight before, but it was right in the middle of winter when it wasn't exactly very warm indoors. So yeah, I thought it could probably do with some time in the fridge before I whack it on the heat again. Righto, everyone. Enough casserole talk. That's not going to draw more viewers in. Or just bore them, at least. I don't even know. Do Americans do casseroles? Listen to me go. I'm starting new conversations. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't forget, if you're into your improvised comedy, I am doing another show on the Babyface Bren channel. I don't know if I said that right. Babyface Bren YouTube channel. We discuss this week's Comedy Bang Bang episode. Most people don't even know what Comedy Bang Bang is. But we both like it and we talk about it. Last week, we probably talked about it for way too long. I think we did a 3-hour episode or something. Really want to get them down to just about an hour. But Brendan is a very keen editor and likes to put funny stuff in and generally doesn't fail. So sometimes an episode needs to go long just to fit all of the funny stuff in. Oh, thanks, Huawei. Snappy like that. I hope I didn't just peek out the microphone. G'day, Jimmy P. Yeah, you heard casserole. I've got to go and put one on the slow cooker so it's cooked in time or finished in time. Comedy Bang Bang is not like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang because there's no Dick Van Dyke. Oh, I hope I was right. Was Dick Van Dyke in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Yeah, asking the wrong kid, aren't I? All right, everyone, take care. Take it easy until next week. Oh, don't forget, replay Team 6. Thanks for watching. If you got this far, you know the drill. You're a fucking lunatic if you made it all. Oh, no, it's only less than 2 hours this week. Probably your level of lunacy is somewhat diminished this week, but you know the drill. Nice one, Cody. Cody's going to casserole out of here. I like it. I like a good play on words, as it were. All right, everyone, take it all, and take it easy. And I'll see you all when I'm looking at yous.